Welcome to Wisdom and Wealth, your sanctuary for mindful living and timeless wisdom. In this video, we will explore profound lessons from Buddhist philosophy designed to help you navigate the challenges of life with greater peace and resilience. We understand that as you mature, particularly over 40, you might find yourself seeking deeper meaning and a more grounded approach to life's complexities. Our aim is to provide insights that resonate with your experiences, helping you cultivate a richer, more fulfilling life. If these messages resonate with you, please like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. There comes a quiet moment in every life, doesn't it? A moment when you pause, look around, and perhaps hope that someone, anyone, might truly hear the silence within you. This silence, the one that carries your pain, your questions, your unspoken prayers. And yet, you might find no one there to fully grasp it. Not because people are unkind or uncaring, but because each person is on their own unique journey. They are wandering through their own inner fog, navigating storms that are often invisible to the world around them. Each person is absorbed in their own battles, often unseen and unheard. At first, this truth can feel overwhelmingly heavy. You might realize that no one, not even those closest to you, will ever fully comprehend the depth of your personal journey. The unique struggles, the hidden triumphs, the intricacies of your inner landscape. But slowly, and almost imperceptibly, this realization can soften into something liberating. Because when you stop waiting for someone else to carry your burdens, to validate your experiences, or to provide all the answers, you begin to awaken to your own inner strength. You become the one who holds yourself with quiet dignity, with unwavering self-compassion. This is, in essence, the heart of the Buddhist path. It's not about blaming others, it's not about silent pleading for rescue, and it's certainly not about harboring resentment. Instead, it is about embracing a deep and powerful responsibility for your own heart. For nurturing your own well-being, and cultivating inner peace. Peace does not arrive as a gift from others, carefully wrapped and delivered to your doorstep. It blooms from within, when you begin to master your own mind, your own reactions, your own path. That, my friends, is the greatest freedom we can ever taste. Our first lesson, then, is to embrace the silent truth that this journey is ultimately yours and yours alone. If you are finding value in these teachings, please consider subscribing. We welcome you on this journey. This journey of self-discovery, this path to inner peace, is fundamentally yours alone. There is a truth in life that cuts deeper than any blade, yet carries a liberation far beyond any superficial freedom. It is the understanding that you walk your path alone. You may be surrounded by friends, by family, by those who love you deeply and unconditionally. But the inner landscape of your pain and your growth, your struggles and your triumphs, remains yours to navigate, to explore, and to ultimately transform. No one else can truly feel the silent storms that rage within your chest. No one else lies awake at night with your restless thoughts, wrestling with doubts and fears that only you can know. And no one, not even those who adore you, can take your steps towards healing, towards awakening, towards the ultimate freedom that awaits. This journey is irrevocably yours, and yours alone. Even Siddhartha, before he became the Buddha, had to leave behind every comfort he knew, his palace, his titles, his loved ones. He walked into the forest alone, sat beneath the Bodhi tree in profound stillness, and faced his suffering without waiting for someone to rescue him, to motivate him, or to validate his pain. He simply sat in silence, with open eyes and an unflinching heart. That silence was not a punishment, not a sign of abandonment. It was, in fact, the turning point of his entire life. Remember that, friends. The silence is not something to be feared, but to be embraced. For Buddhism teaches us that suffering is often born from craving what reality cannot give us. And one of our deepest cravings is the hope, the often unconscious expectation, that someone else will fix what is broken within us. But the truth is, no one can. They may care deeply, they may stand beside you through the darkest of times. They may whisper comforting words, offer unwavering support, and provide a listening ear. But they cannot crawl into the hidden chambers of your soul and magically carry your pain away. If this wisdom resonates with you, please like and subscribe. We welcome you to our community. This, then, is your sacred task. Your healing, your transformation, your liberation. The sooner you release the expectation that others will rescue you, the sooner you reclaim your own power. The sooner you stop waiting for someone else to fully understand your wounds, the sooner you can begin to heal them yourself. For it is in the stillness of aloneness, in the quiet moments of self-reflection, that your truest strength is born. Every time you face your fears without running, every time you sit with your pain without numbing it, you sharpen the silent sword of your spirit. You build an inner stillness that no amount of external praise, no cheering crowd, and no passionate love from the outside can ever truly give. So, do not see solitude as suffering. See it as sacred. Your pain does not need someone else's validation to be real. Your growth does not need an audience to be meaningful. When you walk bravely into your inner world, embracing the reality that no one else can walk it for you, you uncover a deep reservoir of resilience and peace that cannot be taken away. It will be your own peace, your own strength, your own understanding. You are, in many ways, alone in your battle. Not because the world has abandoned you, but because this is simply the nature of true transformation. Aloneness is not the absence of people, it is the presence of self. And within that presence lies the very first step towards enlightenment, towards the lasting peace that you seek. Therefore, our second lesson is this: your pain is yours to transform, and you have the power to do so. Pain. It arrives uninvited in every life, wearing countless faces and disguises. Sometimes it enters as childhood wounds that echo through the years, subtly shaping our beliefs and behaviors. Sometimes it comes in the form of heartbreak, of betrayal by someone you trusted, of failure in a project you poured your heart and soul into. And sometimes it appears as silent battles, struggles that no one will ever witness, burdens that you carry in solitude. But while pain is a universal visitor, what you choose to do with it is yours alone to decide. Buddhism never promises a life without pain. It does not teach us to escape from it, to deny its existence, or to numb ourselves until we no longer feel. Instead, it offers us something far greater, something far more profound. It offers us the courage to turn towards pain with unflinching awareness. To look at it directly, without flinching, without blaming the world, and without drowning in self-pity. The Buddha's wisdom reminds us that suffering is not rooted in pain itself, but in our resistance to it. Each time you whisper, "Why me?" or "This shouldn't be happening," you wrap your wounds in another layer of suffering. You are building a mental prison built from stories of unfairness and helplessness. And within that prison, true healing becomes impossible. Yes, you may have been betrayed. You may have been abandoned by those you trusted. You may carry scars from words spoken carelessly, or from love withdrawn suddenly and without explanation. That pain is undoubtedly real. But the longer you hold on to the hope that someone else will make it right, the longer you remain bound to it. Healing begins at the precise moment you turn inward and say to yourself, "This pain is mine. I will sit with it. I will understand it. I will learn what it has come to teach me." In that moment, you take your very first step towards freedom. And if you are finding inspiration and motivation from these teachings, we invite you to like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Your support helps us reach others who may benefit from this wisdom. Self-responsibility, as understood in Buddhism, is not harshness. It is not about self-blame or self-criticism. It is, in fact, empowerment. It does not mean blaming yourself for the wounds that were inflicted upon you, for the hurts that were caused by others. It means realizing that only you can choose how long you will carry them. Others may apologize, or they may not. Life circumstances may shift and change, but lasting peace does not arrive until you choose to open the door to it. You can sit quietly with your pain, feeling its edges without fear, without judgment, without resistance. You can watch it rise and fall within your body like waves on the ocean. You can soften it with compassion, with patience, and with gentle mindfulness. But no one else can walk into your heart and do this work for you. Waiting for someone else to fix your wounds is like waiting for the river to flow only when you command it. Life moves as it will. People act as they do. But your peace, your inner sanctuary, is your sacred task. And here lies the hidden blessing, the unexpected gift. While you may not be responsible for what broke you, you are entirely responsible for what you choose to build from the broken pieces. When you begin to truly own your pain, when you acknowledge it and accept it as part of your journey, you awaken to a profound truth that reshapes your entire life. You are not a helpless victim trapped in the cruelty of life. You are a student in life's sacred school. Every scar becomes a page of wisdom, a testament to your resilience. Every wound becomes a doorway to greater depth, to a deeper understanding of yourself and of the world around you. So, the next time blame rises within you, pause. Breathe deeply. Sit in silent courage, and whisper to your heart, "This pain is mine to transform. My peace is mine to build. I will carry this pain with mindfulness and grace until the day I no longer need to carry it at all." This is the path of healing. This is the path of freedom. This is the silent, unwavering path of the Buddha. Therefore, our third lesson for today is, let your results speak in silence. In this noisy world, it has become so easy to talk about our struggles, to broadcast our dreams, and to endlessly discuss the battles we carry within. Words flow effortlessly when we complain about how unfair life is, or how deeply we wish for change. But beneath these words often lies emptiness. Because while complaining might feel like action, it is merely an echo that keeps us standing still. Buddhism teaches us that true transformation does not come through words alone. It blooms in silence, watered by discipline, by sustained effort, and by quiet practice. The Buddha did not awaken beneath the Bodhi tree by blaming the world for its suffering. He did not spend his days talking endlessly about life's injustices or lamenting his own misfortunes. Instead, he turned inward. He sat in stillness. He meditated, observed, and listened to the silent truths of existence. From that silence came clarity. From clarity, wisdom, and from wisdom, compassionate action. Everyone carries burdens. Life will always present moments of unfairness, heartbreak, and silent wounds that no one else can see. It is natural to wish to share them, to seek understanding and validation from others. But when sharing becomes constant complaining, when you repeat your pains like a mantra to the world, you drain your own spirit. Sympathy might soothe for a moment, but it does not move you forward on your path. Your energy is sacred. Each breath, each thought, each intention, these are seeds of creation. Buddhism teaches us mindfulness not only of breath, but also of where we place our energy. When all your words are spent on what is wrong, you leave no space to build what is right. When you focus on excuses and complaints, you effectively pause the unfolding of your own potential. Real growth is quiet. It happens in the unseen dawns, when you sit in meditation before the world awakens. It happens in the silent choices you make, when you remain calm amidst provocation. It happens in those solitary hours when you study, reflect, and train your mind without praise or witness. And then, like a lotus rising slowly through dark waters, your results begin to bloom. You become calmer. You radiate a quiet strength. Your focus sharpens. Your presence deepens. People will sense that something has shifted within you, but you will not need to explain. Your stillness will speak. Your discipline will speak. Your peace will speak louder than any words ever could. Understand this profound truth. Most people are too entangled in their own struggles to truly carry yours. Not because they are unkind, but because life is heavy for everyone. Instead of hoping for rescue, show them what it looks like to rescue yourself. Instead of proving your pain, prove your resilience. Instead of shouting about how hard life is, demonstrate how steady your mind has become. If you have gained value from this message, please like and subscribe to the channel. Every moment spent in complaint is a moment lost for growth. Every excuse is a brick left unused in building the foundation of your awakening. So, choose the Buddhist way, the way of silent mastery. Speak less, complain less, focus more, build more. Let your quiet transformation become your loudest voice. Let your unwavering peace become your greatest victory. Now, for our fourth lesson, we will explore the importance of freeing yourself from the trap of validation. There exists a silent suffering that often slips through life unnoticed. It is the craving to be seen, to be approved of, and to be praised by others. Without even realizing it, so many measure their worth by counting the eyes that notice them, the voices that agree with them, the hands that applaud their efforts. But Buddhism calls this what it truly is, a subtle trap that binds you to endless dissatisfaction. When you place your peace in the hands of others, you hand them power over your spirit. Praise lifts you into fleeting joy, but criticism shatters you into despair. You become like a trembling branch in the winds of public opinion, unstable, reactive, and fragile. For you have built your happiness upon something as impermanent as morning mist, the shifting thoughts and feelings of human minds. The Buddha taught that true freedom lies in non-attachment. Just as we release our clinging to possessions or people, so too must we release our attachment to being admired. For what rises will surely fall. Today they celebrate you, tomorrow they may forget you exist. Today their words lift you up, tomorrow those same lips may condemn you. If your peace depends upon their applause, then your peace will forever belong to them, not to you. Pause for a moment and reflect. How many times have you silenced your own truth out of fear of rejection? How often have you carefully shaped your words to win approval, rather than speaking from the depth of what you know to be right? Each of these moments is a quiet betrayal of your own soul. This is not freedom, my friends. This is bondage wearing the mask of acceptance. Buddhism invites you to awaken from this silent slavery. You do not need crowds to confirm your worth. You do not need likes or followers to prove your value. You are already complete, not because others say so, but because you exist. Because you breathe. Because within you lives an awareness untouched by praise or blame. That awareness, that still and silent presence within, is where your true value resides. And here is the paradox. When you finally release your need for validation, you gain something infinitely greater, self-respect. Your life becomes an authentic expression, rather than a desperate performance. You walk with quiet confidence, you speak with clear truth, and you act with unwavering integrity. Ironically, it is when you no longer seek approval that people are most drawn to your presence, for your inner peace radiates louder than any words ever could. So, let go of the need to be understood. Let go of the hunger to be applauded. Speak what is true, not what is popular. Do what is right, not what is praised. Live each day quietly, mindfully, and sincerely. For the less you need from others, the more unbreakable you become. Validation is a trap. Liberation begins the moment you step beyond it and stand firmly in the truth of who you are. We hope this lesson on validation resonated with you. If you found it valuable, please like and subscribe to our channel for more insights on mindfulness and living a more authentic life. Now, let's move on to our fifth lesson. Expectation. It is one of the most silent, yet powerful destroyers of inner peace. It slips into your mind unnoticed, whispering how others should treat you, how life should unfold, and how each moment should perfectly match the script you have secretly written. And while you may not fully realize it, each unspoken expectation binds you to silent suffering. In the Buddhist path, expectation is seen as a form of attachment. And wherever attachment lives, suffering inevitably follows close behind. You offer kindness and quietly expect it in return. You stand with loyalty and hope that loyalty will stand beside you. You give love with the hidden desire that it will be mirrored back in the exact form you crave. And when life does not reflect your expectations, you feel betrayed, disappointed, and wounded. But reality does not move according to our silent demands. People are who they are, not who we wish them to be. Life unfolds in its own mysterious dance, untouched by our imagined scripts. The more tightly you cling to how things should be, the more you suffer when they are not. The Buddha's wisdom is clear: freedom begins the moment expectation ends. Letting go of expectation is not about lowering your standards or ceasing to care. It is about releasing the invisible chains that tie your happiness to life moving according to your plans. When you step into life with openness instead of demands, you begin to flow with its rhythm. Disappointments no longer shake you so deeply. Compassion rises within you, for you no longer punish others for not reading your mind or fulfilling your silent hopes. Reflect for a moment. How often has your peace been stolen, not by what actually happened, but by what you expected to happen? You thought they would call, but silence arrived instead. You thought they would stand beside you, but they stepped away. You believed life would be fair, only to find unfairness waiting at your door. And in that gap between reality and expectation, suffering is born. Buddhism teaches us to let go of these illusions, to give with no demand to receive, to help without needing recognition, to love without binding that love to how it must be returned. Why? Because true peace does not arise from the world outside. It blooms within you when you no longer demand that life must follow your designs. Silencing your expectations does not mean you become cold or indifferent. It means you enter life with eyes wide open, accepting its imperfections, its changes, and its unpredictability. If this resonates with you, we invite you to like and subscribe. And in that acceptance, peace returns. You stop saying, "They should have," or "It should have been," and instead whisper to yourself, "It is what it is, and I will meet it with presence, not resistance." And when you do this, life begins to reveal a hidden beauty. You suffer less. Disappointments lose their sharpness. Gratitude arises more often. You begin to see the quiet miracles in what is, instead of mourning what isn't. This is the heart of Buddhist wisdom, not to escape the world, but to free yourself from the mental chains that bind you to sorrow. So, walk into each moment with awareness, not demands. Release your grip on how people should behave. Let go of how life should unfold, and watch as your peace returns to you like a silent blessing. In that stillness, you will discover a quiet power, a power that no disappointment can ever shake. Next, our sixth lesson will be on finding stillness in a world that never pauses. One of life's most sobering truths is this: the world does not stop for your pain. No matter how shattered your heart feels, the sun will still rise over silent cities. People will still hurry to work. Traffic lights will still flicker. Conversations will still flow. Life moves forward whether or not you are ready to move with it. At first, this truth can feel harsh, almost cold. But within it lies a quiet invitation to freedom. Because once you accept that the world will not pause for your sorrow, you stop waiting for it to care, and you begin to focus on how you will respond instead. There is a tender illusion within every human heart. The hope that when we suffer, the world will notice. That someone will step in to fix what feels broken. That life itself will pause to honor our grief. But Buddhism teaches that this very expectation deepens our wounds. For the world, in its ceaseless dance, is not cruel. It is simply absorbed in its own unfolding. The Buddha himself never expected the world to bend for his suffering. He did not beg for someone to understand his loneliness beneath the Bodhi tree. He did not wait for perfect conditions to awaken. Instead, he accepted life's nature, impermanent, unpredictable, indifferent. And in that acceptance, he found unshakable freedom. Peace arrived not because the world changed, but because he did. When you realize that the world will not halt for your grief, a gentle strength is born within you. You no longer feel like a victim of its indifference. You stop seeking rescue and begin the sacred work of rescuing yourself. You choose to heal, not to be seen or applauded, but because you deserve the quiet dignity of your own peace. This doesn't mean your pain is small or unimportant. Buddhism honors every feeling with compassion, especially your own suffering. But the teaching remains clear: you must become your own refuge, because the world outside will never be steady enough to hold your peace for you. People will leave. Plans will dissolve. Seasons will shift before your eyes. And if your peace depends on these ever-changing tides, you will be torn apart again and again. So, meet reality with mindfulness. Don't ask life to ease its storms. Become stronger within them. Don't beg the seasons to stay. Learn to bend and bloom with their flow. Release the illusion that your pain must be witnessed to be real. Trust that your silent courage is enough. Each morning you rise with a heavy heart. Each step you take when no one is watching matters deeply. You are walking the timeless path of the wise. Life will continue to move. Time will carry on its silent march. But the greatest freedom doesn't come from trying to slow the world down. It comes from finding stillness within yourself as everything moves around you. If this lesson resonated with you, we invite you to like and subscribe. This is the heart of Buddhist practice, not to control life, but to master your response to it. Not to expect the world to pause for your pain, but to move through life with awareness, dignity, and peace. Accept this truth with courage. The world keeps turning with or without you. And when you accept that, you begin to move with it. Not with resistance, but with wisdom, balance, and a peace that nothing can take from you. For our seventh and final lesson, we'll discuss how to turn rejection into inner strength. Rejection often arrives quietly, but it cuts deep, reaching the softest parts of who we are. Whether you're ignored, left out, dismissed, or made to feel like you're not enough, rejection stings in ways words can barely express. It leaves behind silent doubts, feelings of not being good enough, of being alone, or lost in uncertainty. But in Buddhism, rejection isn't a punishment. It's a hidden teacher, a quiet guide turning you away from illusions and pointing you toward your true path. Since childhood, we've been taught to seek approval from parents, teachers, friends, and the world around us. We long to belong, to be chosen, to hear a yes. So when life gives us a no, it can feel like our worth has been taken away. But here's a powerful truth Buddhism teaches: rejection doesn't define your value. It simply redirects your path. What doesn't choose you isn't always a loss. Often, it's silent protection. Buddhist wisdom teaches us to release the need for constant approval from others. You weren't born to be accepted by everyone and everything. Your purpose is to follow the path that's truly meant for you. Whether others notice or not, whether there's applause or silence, if someone walks away, if a door closes, if your efforts go unseen, it doesn't mean you are worthless. It simply means life is guiding you inward so you can learn to find your own approval first. Think of the lotus flower. It grows in muddy waters, yet remains untouched by the dirt that surrounds it. Rejection is like that mud. It may feel cold, messy, and heavy, but often it's the very thing that strengthens your roots, helps you rise taller, and allows your true beauty to quietly unfold. Use rejection as fuel, not to prove others wrong, but to build something steady within yourself. Every time someone leaves, let it be a moment to return to yourself. Every time you're told you're not enough, let it deepen your focus, your effort, and your self-awareness. You don't need others to choose you. You only need to choose yourself. Even the Buddha was rejected. Not everyone understood his path. Many turned away from his message. Some even laughed at him. But the Buddha remained steady, not because he was praised, but because he was grounded in presence. His path didn't need the approval of the crowd. He walked it alone with patience and quiet strength. You're not here to be liked by everyone. You're here to wake up. When rejection comes, the ego whispers, "They don't like me. I'm not good enough. I've failed." But Buddhism invites you to rise above this noise and ask deeper questions. What is this teaching me? How is this helping me grow? What attachment is this helping me release? In those questions, pain begins to transform into purpose. The wound becomes a well of wisdom. Let rejection soften you toward yourself. Let it clear the noise of those who didn't see your worth. Let it draw you inward to where your real peace has always been waiting. The less you need to be chosen, the stronger you become. The less you seek approval, the more fully you walk your own path. And one day others may look at you and wonder how you became so calm, so strong, so rooted. They may assume your journey was easy. But you'll know the truth. It was rejection, loneliness, and silent struggle that shaped your spirit, deepened your stillness, and forged your quiet strength. So, when life tells you no, don't see it as the end. See it as fuel. See it as a gentle reminder: what turns you away was never meant for you. What truly belongs to you will never close its doors. And what rejects you is not worthy of your peace. Let it go. Let it guide you inward. Let it make your stillness even stronger. Because rejection is rarely the end. It's often the beginning of your most honest and powerful path. The path where you stop waiting to be seen and finally start seeing yourself. This is the journey of a mindful warrior. This is the way of the lotus. This is the heart of Buddhist wisdom, turning every no into a deeper, stronger yes within you. In conclusion, life will test you through rejection, through loneliness, through unmet hopes, and through quiet struggles that no one else sees. But in each of these moments, there is an invitation to return to yourself. To wake up and find a peace that no longer depends on praise, approval, or life going exactly as planned. This is the quiet strength of Buddhist wisdom. Not to make life easier, but to steady your mind and strengthen your heart. Not to change the world around you, but to find calm inside so you can meet each storm with grace. Remember, you are not here to be chosen by everyone. You are here to awaken. You are here to be like the lotus, blooming untouched by the mud. You are here to walk the path of wisdom quietly, patiently, with a strength no rejection can ever take away. If this message touched your heart today, take a deep breath and remind yourself that your peace is your responsibility. Your awakening is your purpose. If you found meaning in these teachings, like, share and subscribe to stay connected with more wisdom to support your journey inward. Thank you for joining us here at Wisdom and Wealth. We hope these lessons have provided you with some comfort and guidance on your journey.